I'm Margot Cornish. I am the producer of the Runway in the Runway charity fashion show.
And tell us how that started.
Well, basically, I work as a volunteer for the fantastic charity Make-A-Wish, and through visiting young girls who are going through sort of serious illnesses, I felt I wanted to do something to raise awareness of teenage cancer in particular, and I came up with the idea to run a charity fashion show. The idea of prom I thought would be really appeal to young people.
Tell us a bit about, because it's not just it's supporting local schools, isn't it? They get involved, and it's very much sort of a regional, a local.
Yeah,
tell us that aspect about it. How about how the schools get involved?
Yeah, we wanted to find 10 schools that were prepared to help us raise money for Teenage Cancer Trust, Make-A-Wish Foundation and Medcare, which is our Manchester Airports charity. The reason that we were raising money for the Airports charity is because they kindly allowed us to use the Runway Centre, which is a fantastic building that stores Concord, and we had a catwalk under there, so they allowed us to have this building, and we helped raise money for their own charity Medcare. The schools that we're looking for 10 schools, and these schools we asked them to raise a target of £2,000 to be involved in the fashion show.
Talk about the uniqueness of the project. As you said to me earlier, there's nothing really like this out there at the moment.
Yeah, obviously when you're raising money for charity, you've got to do something that's very unique. My motto is I'm a mover and shaker, not a can shaker. So I think it's very important to do something which appeals to young people, because we wanted to involve young people. And get the theme of prom obviously is very close to young girls' hearts. Really proud that we were able to help them, and they're two absolutely beautiful young girls. It's just because it's difficult for me. They're just wonderful girls, and I am happy to be able to do something that will make their prom very, very special for them. Especially the designer that has given the dresses, Sherry Hill, is one of the most aspirational prom dress designers. If you ask any young girl, any girly girl, Sherry Hill is a fantastic designer. So these dresses will hopefully make them feel very, very special on their very, very special prom night, and I'm sure that both will look absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see the pictures.
My name's Ellie, well, my name's Eleanor, but everyone calls me Ellie Harding, and I come from Bolton.
I'm Alex Gardner, and I'm from Stockport.
So how did you first get involved and sort of saw what was going on, and what made you want to sort of get involved in the project?
Well, actually, I've only just become involved. Alex has been involved a lot longer than me. My mum's friend saw on Granada reports about the prom dresses had been donated, and she thought that I'd be an ideal candidate because I'd just been through leukemia treatment. And so I got in touch with Margot, and she was so lovely, and we went down and chose a dress. And now I just really want to help give back and get the message out there that you can still live on after cancer treatment and still be like a normal girl.
And you, Alex, as well, you've been involved a little bit.
I met Margot through the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and it was then when she came round and was talking to me about what I was considering for a wish and whatever, she was asking, or she thought I would be ideal for the runway. And then she told me about it about a year ago, and nearer the event she was saying, you know, keeping us informed about what I need to go to, what rehearsals and everything. And yeah. My original wish was to have like a fashion shoot, so it all linked with the runway theme, and it was just like perfect for me because I would love to, you know, like do that sort of thing. And
once you got involved, sort of, how did that, talk about how sort of it helped you sort of get through what you'd been through and the treatment that you had to go through and that sort of thing. How did this sort of give you a lift?
Well, going to the rehearsals and meeting everyone that I was going to be involved with was great, because they're all such great people, you know, such nice people, and they've been through what you've been through, so you can get along and you know exactly what, you know, what's happened. And so it just makes you feel better about yourself because
Someone to relate to.
yeah, so it is. It's someone to relate to because you know exactly what you've been through and exactly what you've dealt with in the hospital and what you've had to do and what you've had to have, and then when you're on the runway with these same people, it's just so nice to look at them and smile, and then with all the lights on you, and it's just like you're it, and you're like looking at everyone in the audience, and it's really nice, and just dancing, and yeah. So.
And for you, Ellie, it's talk about how sort of it's made you feel when you tried the dress on. Was it the other day or the other week, and sort of how much that's helped you after your treatment?
Well, to be honest, when I first tried the dresses on, it actually made me feel like more like a girl again, because when you go through, I lost my hair twice through treatment, and each time it's even the second time it's as traumatic as the first time. I felt. It sounds silly, but it feels a bit like you've lost your identity. And I know it sounds materialistic and vain, but that's just how most girls would feel, I'm sure, if you've lost your hair. Because when you go around places, even when I wasn't ill and I was just coming towards the end of my treatment, people's eyes, you can see it and they feel sorry for you. It makes you feel ill, even though I wasn't ill particularly. But just trying on these dresses, it made me feel normal. Well, actually, it made me feel more than normal. It made me feel special, and it made me feel beautiful. And I know that beauty isn't just about what you look like, but I'm really looking forward to prom because it's going to gives me some confidence to walk out there, because before cancer treatment, I just used to sit in the background and I'd wear jeans and a hoodie, just blend in. And then when I got my hair back the first time, I went bright blonde and with short hair, and stood out a bit, and that gave me a bit of confidence. But then when I lost it again, I kind of went back into a hiding place again. But then this has just given me that boost again, just to give me some more confidence to just be a girl.
And talk about your prom, which is why sort of you've chosen the dress you have, and how special is that going to be?
Well, it's a night because my friends have helped me so much throughout this, and it's just a night for us all at the end of exams and the end of my treatments, just celebrate and partly to say goodbye, but also just to celebrate how much of a relief it is for everything to be over, and just say thanks to them for being there for me, because I couldn't have done it without any of my friends, or I couldn't have done it without my family either. And they just when I'm there, I'll just be like a normal girl with everyone else for once. So.
And Alex, sort of touching a bit on what Ellie said there, is do you think that people underestimate how this affects young girls? And as you said, it's not a vanity thing. It's got a lot to do with your confidence and that sort of thing. Do you think people sometimes ignore that? And
yeah, totally. Like when I was when I first came home, when we just sort of try and waste time because I wasn't doing anything. I was stuck in the house all the time, so I never got to see anyone or do anything. So we would try and go out, but obviously I was in a wheelchair at the time, so I did feel like the odd one out, and I felt like everyone was just looking at you, and then so like we were saying before, going to Topshop and being wheeled around trying to get through clothes shops to look at clothes and asking people for help because we couldn't get up the stairs. It's just, you feel really like you're putting everyone else through trouble for you, and like you're making it difficult for everyone else, and you don't want to do that, so you're trying to not do that, if you know what I mean. So you just feel very like shy because you don't want to speak to anyone about it, but then at the same time you do because you want it. Yeah, I don't know.
And at that point, did you think that you'd ever get to experience anything like this, and like the catwalk and
no, because I was so ill, I couldn't walk, and I didn't know how I was going to get to where I am now. And you're just looking, like, you're not looking into the future, you're just thinking like, oh, tomorrow is like just going to be again walk around in a wheelchair or whatever, and you just feel like you wish, like, I didn't realise when I was in hospital how lucky you actually are. So when like my sister came to visit me when I was in hospital, and then you see her walking out the door and I couldn't walk, and I was just like, oh my gosh. You know what I mean? And then so you really do realise what you've lost and but you will get back, and it's just got to take a lot of time and effort to get there, and you've got to really try, whereas everyone else has got it given to them already, and you just feel, again, makes you feel more left out. And yeah, when we were on the actual runway, like, you feel just amazing, and you feel like you're on top of the world, and just for other girls to feel like that when they've been through, and boys obviously, but girls more because of the way you look, and being on the runway, just feeling amazing. You want others to feel like that too, and the dresses make me feel amazing as well. So at prom, I'll be there like feeling brilliant, like, whereas last year I felt terrible when I was in crowds, but this time I'll feel just like, woo.
Sorry, go on, Ian.
Well, for me, this is like, because I had to take a year out because, well, I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I wanted to make sure I got good grades. But last year I wasn't well enough to go to a prom with my other friends, so this year it's even more special because I'm actually well enough to go to prom and be with my new friends, and whereas last year I really did feel left out. And it would have been really easy to just go into a bubble and feel sorry for myself, but I just had to pick myself back up, and this year I've got an even better prom.
And this project is obviously special to both of you, and it's getting a lot of support, but do you think more needs to be done like this, and the awareness around it all needs to sort of build up? Do you think more can be done?
Well, I think especially in the Northwest, a lot of the money towards cancer treatment goes towards breast cancer, because obviously the Christie Trust, and I think the awareness needs to be a lot more awareness about teenage cancer. People just aren't, if you look at all the campaigns, it's always 2-3-year-olds or babies, or it's a mum with her kids, rather than a teenager who's got cancer. And I think more needs to be done to show that teenagers get cancer as well.
So more awareness is going to ultimately lead to earlier diagnosis and better prognosis for these young people. And girls like Alex and Ellie are instrumental in helping us achieve this increased awareness. And they prove to everyone that there is life after cancer. And I'm going to continue working with Alex and Ellie, and when we put our big Runway on the Runway event on again in 2015, I'm hoping that these two beautiful girls are going to be our cover girls for the event. I just want to also say that we still have some fantastic Sherry Hill dresses available, and we're looking for some young girls to come forward and claim these dresses. And these young girls, they don't have to have gone through cancer treatment. Any form of life-threatening illness that may be sort of put them out of sorts for, during their last year at school, or any other deserving cases, please get in touch with us. All the information about the dresses are on our website, which is www.runwayonthernunway.co.uk, and you can get in touch with me through the website, and I would be delighted to talk to anyone who wants to nominate a young lady for one of these dresses.